Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today for a tutorial featuring this look right here. A dark green smoky eye and a bright, purple inner corner, just to make it more festive, I guess. So I'm Dana, a pro makeup artist, and in this channel I do makeup tutorials, reviews, focused masterclasses. Not yet, I'm working on it, give me a couple more weeks. So if you're a first-time visitor on this channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll get notified every time that I upload a new video. So many times I've heard women, whether it's family members or friends or even clients, tell me that they really want to learn and master how to get a really professional smoky eye, but they can't because they don't have the appropriate products. Well, that's just an excuse. Because after you'll see my video, you'll know exactly how to achieve this look using almost exclusively drugstore affordable products. Quality of product is no longer measured by its price, and we are lucky to be living in an era where there are so many good products out there, even in the drugstores, very good mascaras, lipsticks, even foundations. So really, no need to spend all that money if you don't want to. If you do, go ahead. But it's not necessary. Okay, I think I rambled on enough. Let's move on to this tutorial on how to get this total glam smoky eye. Let's go! Since this is a quite heavy and dark eye look, I'm going to start with my eyes, and I'm using the Inglot Kohl to prep my lids for the following shadows. This would make my dark shadows be really opaque and dark. You don't have to be precise with this, just cover your mobile lid, and once you've done that, blend your edges with a synthetic brush. Now this is important because synthetic brushes don't pick up as much product as natural hair brushes do, so they're easier to blend with. They don't pick it up, they just move it around, if that makes sense. Of course, if you feel like you lost some of the dark pigment, you can always go back to that black kohl and reapply. Though I wouldn't be so worried about it since this is just the base and a dark eyeshadow will go on top of that. Also, it's best to use a black kohl over a pencil just because the formula is softer and it's easier to smudge. Now for the eyeshadows. First, I'm using this wonderful dark green from the Urban Jungle palette by Maybelline, and I apply it on the dark base. Now try not to blend it right ahead. As you can see, I start by packing the product on the lid because I really want it to adhere to the base underneath. And when you get to the edges of the black base, then you can go in and blend it with a synthetic brush. Next, I'm going in with this Dirty Martini eyeshadow from MakeupGeek to further blend that dark eyeshadow. And just a trick in case you find it hard to blend and have a seamless transition between the different shadows, mix both of them on the brush itself and it would do the blending on the brush before it even gets to your lid. Okay, I think I'm done with the eyes for now. Let's move on to the base. But first, I'll clean any fallout that I had from that Maybelline shadow. I'm using a cotton pad and my Garnier micellar water. To be honest, I'm glad to say I don't see any, but just to make sure. See? Not too bad. Then I go in with my Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment, and you obviously don't have to do this. You just can use your moisturizer, and I actually moisturize my entire face prior to filming, so... To prep my skin, I'll use my Farsali Rose Gold Elixir, and obviously this is not a drugstore affordable product, but it's so freaking good that I can't not use it. This is why I said in my intro, almost exclusively drugstore, so I'm not cheating. This is by far the best product I bought through 2019, and I think this is already my third bottle, so if you want to splurge and you have normal to dry skin, I highly recommend this. Anyway, I'm massaging this into my skin, and this would really give me that fresh, dewy look I'm going for. For foundation, I'm mixing my Revlon Colorstay and my MAC Face and Body, and the reason is that the Revlon one is for oily skin and I'm more on the dark side, so I'm mixing it with a hydrating water-based foundation. But you absolutely don't need to. Just be smarter than I am and buy a foundation that fits your skin type. While the foundation is absorbing, I'll do my brows. And I'm excited because, I don't know if you remember, I told you I'm on the hunt for new products. So here they are. I have this Maybelline TattoStudio Brow Tint Pen and the Ardel Stroke Brow Feathering Pen. I wanted to get the new brow pen by Milk, but it had so many bad reviews. I was so disappointed. And as I was going through the reviews, I saw someone that wrote that the Milk pen was so horrible and they just bought the Maybelline that is drugstore and it worked so well, so I decided I'll try that. And the other Ardel pen I bought because I ordered this online and I wasn't sure the Maybelline would be my color. And I'm happy I did because the Maybelline one is a bit lighter, so I'll use that for my inner portion of the brow. But I start with the Ardel pen, and though I was really intrigued by this idea of a brow pen, I've never used it before, this is quite annoying and very, very time consuming. I also had to shake this I don't know, bottle, container, whatever, every like 5 strokes, so that it's pretty frustrating. Done with the outer portion, let's try the Maybelline one, and this has actually 3 pens in it kind of, so it's faster, but again I had to shake it quite often too. I do like though the weak pigment of it, if that makes sense. I know it sounds weird, but I prefer products that are not too heavily pigmented for my brows because I like to keep them fluffy and natural, but that's just me. Okay, I'll be honest, I don't know how I feel about these. I kinda like how my brows turned out. I feel they look bushier, but still, it took me forever. For now, I'm a bit disappointed, but I'll give it a fair chance, use it a few more times, and I'll give you my final thoughts in a later video. NYX brow gel to make sure my brows will stay put, and also to do a quality control on my brows, just making sure I didn't leave any gaps. Moving on, for bronzer I'm using this Mary Kay Sheer Mineral Pressed Powder, and as usual I am applying it on my cheekbones, forehead and jawline. I also drag and blend it downwards to my neck and try to chisel my chin a little bit. It needs some help, so... Concealer time, and lately I'm in love with this MAC palette. I'm using these 2 shades to color correct as well as to lift my under eye. And this is not exactly affordable, but you've heard me talk before about the importance of finding the right concealer. Believe me, I've tried so many concealers, and these are the ones that work for me. But if you found something from the drugstore that fits your skin and does what it needs to do, even better. To set that, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I think I'm ready to finish my eyes. Going back with my Dirty Martini, I'm adding some more darkness to the crease and I blend it upwards. And then I take this really fluffy brush. This is the Blending Crease Brush by Real Techniques. And I pick up some of my bronzer to finish the blending and to eliminate any harsh lines. It's always a good idea to finish your eyes with a bronzer or a similar shadow shade, especially when working with such dark and intense colors. It just makes it more, I don't know, blended and seamless, I guess. So try it, let me know. For the lower lash line, I'm using the dark green shadow from the Maybelline palette, and I run it across the entire lower lash line using a very precise, dense brush. And I kind of give myself a loose hand with it. I want it to be really smoky and sultry and sexy. And to blend that, I take the same brush I used for my top lid with my bronzer and blend, 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 blend. Inner corner. I initially thought of pairing a gold inner corner with this dark green look, but then I changed my mind. I wanted to do something that is not so obvious, so I decided to go with purple. So I'm using this bright purple from the Graffiti Pop Maybelline palette, and I'm packing it there using a flat brush. And though I always say, and I always plan to keep it focused on the inner corner, I tend to take it just a little bit on my lid. Don't ask me why, I just prefer it this way. For my waterlines, I'm using the same black kohl by Inglot, and this step is crucial. If you want to obtain that dark, sexy look, do it. Don't skip it, because without it, all this darkness you've been working on would simply be interrupted, so just do it. I mean, can you see the difference this makes? Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara on the top and bottom lashes, but this is just step 1. For this look, you just gotta do the deed and put on some falsies. The lashes I'm going to use are from Ardel, and these are the Demi Wispies, and I'm using the Duo Glue, but until this gets sticky and ready for application, let's do some blush. I'm using this BH Cosmetics blush that is so old I have no idea what's the name of it, but I'm sure you have something similar in your collection. This is basically just a coral shade with some shimmery particles in it that are pressed really good, so it's not really a highlighting blush. For me, it just has the right amount of glow. I love this shade, just perfect. For the lips, I'm starting with this LA Girl lip liner in mauve to go over my lips, and I'm in love with this shade. It's so pretty and will go with absolutely everything. On top of that, I'm using the NYX Butter Gloss in Madeline, but just a little bit. Lately, I'm not into glossy lips. Maybe later on, but for today, just a little bit. Quick touch up on that purple eyeshadow. I apply a bit more with my finger to make sure it pops, and I'm done. Okay, so I'm not done. I decided to bronze/contour my nose, so I'm taking a flat concealer brush to apply my bronzer down on the sides of my nose and on the tip. Use the same brush to blend it down, but also blending it by tapping on it with my finger. Let's pair this look with some colorful earrings. And now I'm done. Final look, guys. What do you think? I really like this, how it turned out. And I hope you did too. Let me know in the comments. And here's another question for you. What is the color combo that you would never use? What are the two colors, two shades that you would never put one next to another? Let's see if I can change your mind. Thank you again for watching, and let's do something together. Let's count till 3 and hit the subscribe button. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Subscribe! And don't forget to click that cute button over there just to get notified every time I upload a new video. And yeah, I think I'm done. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time. Bye!